What if you didn't have to choose between being strong or vulnerable, open or protected? Today's practice will show you how to be beautifully, completely both. Okay, hey, this is Francisca and this is my Mid-Crisis Life, and today is Chrysalis Tools. So this week I've been talking a little bit about this idea of duality and how duality, rather than these being things that are in opposition and complementary, that actually duality is more about this beautiful interplay that's happening between two things, that neither thing is better or worse than the other, and that both things exist only because of the existence of the other thing. So we often want to choose one thing over another. We often think that one thing is better than the other, but actually both of those things need the other thing in order to be able to exist. So today in our practice, we're going to look at what that looks like in the body. And we're going to look at how the body as a whole, but also is the sum of all of its parts, the sum of all of its components. And that sometimes those things can feel oppositional, they can feel combative, but actually all of them are necessary. Okay, so excuse me, decided to burp in the middle of a word there. So, if you're ready to start, as always, find somewhere that feels comfortable, somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed for the next 10 to 15 minutes. And whenever you're ready, I would say sitting down or lying down, it's fine. If you're ready, you can go ahead and close your eyes down. And we're going to begin today by arriving here into your body, into this moment. And I just invite you to begin to notice the contact between your body and the ground beneath you. Feel that pull of gravity, the weight, the downward tug, and just allow yourself to be held by the earth beneath you. And now, bring your awareness to your breath. Not to change anything, just to observe. Let it move through you like a gentle tide, flowing in and pulling back with each breath. Now, tune in to temperature. Can you find warmth in the body? Perhaps in the chest, the neck, the hands. Feel that warmth. And now, can you find coolness? Maybe in the fingertips, the toes, the surface of the skin. And I invite you to hold both. Warmth and coolness together. Notice they do not cancel each other out. They coexist. Can you let them both be real? And I invite you now to scan the body for areas of tension. Perhaps your jaw, your shoulders, your stomach. Just allow yourself to notice without needing to fix. Now, find an area that feels soft, relaxed, yielding. Maybe your hands, your thighs, your breath. And remember, tension and softness can both be present. Ask yourself, can you be the one who holds both without judgment? And now, feel your inhale, how it expands you. See your chest rising, your rib cage opening. And feel the exhale, how it contracts, draws inward. And just notice, within every breath lives the wisdom of opposites. You are expanding and contracting with every cycle, because this is life. Now, tune into heaviness. Where in your body do you feel weight? Where do you feel pulled down or dense? Now feel for lightness, that sense of floating, drifting, that subtle energy. maybe in your limbs, maybe in your thoughts. Heavy and light. Notice those two truths in one body. And now be still. But within this stillness, can you sense movement? Maybe a pulse, a vibration, a twitch. That subtle rhythm of life still dancing beneath the skin. Because stillness is not the absence of motion. It is the awareness of all that moves within silence. Scan your body now for any areas that feel numb or dull or distant. And ask yourself, can you let that be okay? Then find sensation anywhere in the body that feels alive, present, sensitive. And just let both coexist. There's no need to wake up the numbness. You just need to acknowledge it. And bring awareness now to the front of the body. Your chest, your stomach. Can you feel open? Can you feel spacious? And at the same time, do you feel vulnerable? Do you feel raw, exposed, uncertain? And can you let both be true? Because remember, openness is not the opposite of fear. It is the door through which fear walks. And now I invite you to take that panoramic view, that objective view, that wider view. Feel the entire body, all the opposites, all the contradictions, all the truths. You are warm and cool. You are tense and relaxed, open and afraid, still and vibrating, present and unsure, and yet you are whole, a living paradox, an integrated and complete human being. Breathe in. Feel it all. And breathe out. And let it be. And whenever you're ready, I just invite you to begin to bring some small movement to your body, to the fingers, the toes. And let your breath deepen. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and gently blink your eyes open. And as you move into your day, I invite you to carry this sense of wholeness with you. Remember, you don't need to choose one truth over another. You are allowed to be both. And you are allowed to change. Okay, hey, welcome back. How was that? I'm really interested. I'm wondering how that felt, and I'm wondering if there was like a particular pair of sensations within that meditation that stood out for you most. And was it because it was uncomfortable, or was it because it was surprising, or was it because it was really familiar for you to be in that juxtaposition, to be in both of those places at once? I wonder, were there any sensations that you struggled to locate or to allow to be? And I wonder what this might say to you about how you relate to discomfort, or how you relate to vulnerability, or how you relate to uncertainty in your life. And I'm wondering how it felt to allow those two kind of opposite sensations to exist at once. Did you notice a tendency to want to like resolve or fix one of those things because the other one felt more comfortable? And with that, did you tend to kind of like side with one side of that duality, either like, like strength over softness or safety over risks? And I wonder if that is the case for you, what it might feel like to welcome both of them more often into your life. And then, as always, I wonder what kind of new insights, if any, came through in the practice, new insights about yourself, about your body, about your current experiences of this life, of your life. And I guess if you enjoyed that practice, as always, do it again. See what comes up next time. And I guess just for life, right? One of the things that I think about when I think about these things and what I thought about when I put this practice together, I was thinking how helpful it would be to be able to identify a situation in our lives where these dual truths are present and both of them need to be honored, And thinking about what can shift for us when we begin to allow that level of like complexity in our lives, when everything doesn't have to be one or the other, when it doesn't have to be black or white, or when it doesn't have to be both, but in competition, in opposition, when those things can both exist simultaneously. And I guess the other thing that I would think about is like really listening to your body. That's what somatic practice is about, right? It's about understanding what's going on for you viscerally, so that you can understand maybe how your thoughts and your feelings and your behavior is then influenced by those things. So the last question I would ask you to ask yourself is, what part of yourself needs permission to be more fully felt, without needing to be fixed, without needing to be better or worse, without needing to be valued in some way or another? Yeah. Have a think, write some stuff down. Let me know in the comments. I'm always interested to hear what people have to say. And yeah, if you enjoyed that, why don't you come and join us tomorrow for Reflection Friday, where we're going to be all together in community and tying up this week and all of this stuff. Yeah, but for now, that is it. That's it. Okay, so what part of yourself needs permission to be more fully felt without being fixed? Share your somatic discoveries below and join us tomorrow for Reflection Friday integration.